an inmate at a federal prison. This call is being recorded and is subject to monitoring. Hang up to decline the call or to accept. Dial 5 now. If you wish to block any future calls of this nature,
Hello, sir.
David, I would like to focus our conversation, if you don't mind, on some of the action items you mentioned earlier about things that need research for your innocence.
You okay?
Okay. Not only that. I've before you go on, I don't want to interrupt you, but I've found a Fox News article on Elven Joe Swisher. It was by Megyn Kelly, and she had 2 talking heads. And I would like to play this for you about how evil this. I can't even think of an evil enough word to use to represent this guy, but he is the main reason you sat in prison for the past 15 years. Do you mind if I play this news article that came out? It's kind of like a little video clip. It's a 2-minute clip. Can I play it for you and then you get your commentary?
Sure.
Okay, here goes. This is Megyn Kelly with Fox News reporting on Elven Joe Swisher.
New outrage after a federal court says it's no crime for Americans to wear an honorary war medal, even if they didn't earn it, and even if they use it for money. That's good news for Elven Swisher, who wore a Purple Heart among other medals and was originally convicted under the law that has just been tossed out. Attorneys Mark Eiglarsh and Andel Brown are with me now. Andel, you agree with this?
I absolutely do not agree, Megan. It is disgusting, and it cheapens the sacrifice that the men and women in uniform have made, that anyone can just walk up and put on a medal and act as if they've earned the honor and respect that we have for the sacrifice our men and women in the military have made.
Mark, you got to give it to Elven,
outrageous.
Who came up with a big story about how he had a secret mission to North Korea in 1955 and got all these medals, but he was told to keep them a secret. It was all BS to get disability benefits.
We can all agree that what he did was outrageous and offensive, and that what should be done is public humiliation. Everybody look at this guy and use your free speech to let everyone know how you feel about it. However, the appellate court had to follow a 2012 Supreme Court ruling which made it very clear that it is constitutionally protected speech to lie about military service unless it's under oath, so it would be perjury, or you use it to get money, which would be fraud.
Said, well, then we're going to make it illegal if he tries to use it for money, Andel. That's how they tried to get him.
It's not what he did.
Absolutely. But I think the thing that Mark is missing is that the fact they talk about something of value, they act as if the only thing of value here is money, not the blood, sweat, tears, and sacrifice of those military individuals.
You're not
the honor that
you
we as a country have to what they've done.
Go ahead, Mark.
There's a value
you
for that.
cannot win a legal argument with a moral argument. You are right morally. We all agree it's reprehensible. However, the minute you create language that says you cannot lie or misrepresent yourself, then all the politicians go to jail. Anyone wearing a New York Fire Department, they get in trouble.
You are in dicey First Amendment territory. Got to leave it at that. And just ponder that during the commercial break.
All right, I wanted you to hear that, David. And also, did this man represent himself as a Purple Heart war hero when he was on the witness stand in front of your jury?
Yes, he did. And not only that, but he rewrote that book. He rewrote that book where the man was putting the flag on the beach in Iwo Jima.
Yep.
He rewrote that whole book and put his name as the writer. And he made himself the hero.
When you say he rewrote the book, yep.
I think it was called Tales of My Father or something. It was a book about the front cover showed the American flag being stuck in the sand, and it was written by a Marine that was there in Iwo Jima. But he rewrote that book and put his name in the book as the writer and the person that was the hero. He was never in the Korean War. He lied about it, and on the witness stand, they found out that his birthday, he was only 14 years old during the Korean War. So they changed the story in the middle of the trial, and he said he was Rambo and that he had gone on secret missions to rescue POWs. So they actually changed that. But there was about 400 Marines that were there angry. They wanted blood. They were angry at Mr. Swisher.
Was it ever brought out before your jury that he's lied about his entire military record? Did your jury were they ever made aware of that before they convicted you?
No, sir.
Wow.
They were not, and that's not considered new evidence right now by the Ninth Circuit. You see what I'm saying here?
Yeah.
So maybe you have a right to lie. But you said yourself a minute ago, or the audio said a minute ago, that if you're getting paid or it's under oath. First off, he told all these lies with this, under oath. That would be the first thing. And secondly, I'm supposed to die in prison based on his lies. And I now have an affidavit signed by one of the jurors in my trial. His name is Ben Casey. And Mr. Casey is very interesting because I'm told that he is Judge Lodge's wife's brother.
Wow.
You follow?
Wow.
Yeah. So Mr. Casey, they fixed the jury. Two of the jurors are related to the judge that put me on trial for hiring Swisher to kill. Okay? But
incredible.
You couldn't make this up. I do have an affidavit signed by Mr. Casey right now apologizing for voting me guilty. He said if he would have known the Swisher was a liar and didn't have that Purple Heart, he never would have convicted me.
I can't imagine.
The Ninth Circuit says this is not new evidence. But listen to this. The same judges that ruled against me, okay, they also ruled against Trump on his travel ban.
Wow.
Like 3 of the same judges.
Are these judges on the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Wow. This is incredible. I mean, the more that it becomes clear to me that this pathological, psychopath, child molester, sociopathic liar, child molester, has an entire life history. Has an entire.
I don't want you to get sued. I don't want you to get sued for slander. So I want to correct the record right here, so you don't get in trouble. Okay? He went on trial for molestation. His daughters are only 5. I had affidavits. I still have them where they accused him of molesting them at age 5 to age 12. Okay.
Okay.
But he was never convicted of the offense because Dennis Albers, who's a horrible monster lawyer up in Idaho County, was the prosecutor at the time. And Mr. Albers was caught doing an ex parte meeting with the jurors on the side. And that threw the case out, and Swisher walked.
Incredible.
You follow?
Incredible. It's shocking that you spent 15 years in prison on the testimony of this known liar, and yet a court will not rehear your case because they don't consider it new evidence that this guy represented himself as a Purple Heart war hero when it was obviously a big fraud, and it's been proven that it's a fraud.
Well, see, they have these rules, and it's called being procedurally barred. And the minute you make a frivolous argument, then you're procedurally barred. So this lawyer, Hoyt, what he did was he had me sign blank pages because I was in ADX, and he said, we have no way to reach you, and it's hard to get your signature on these. And he was my lawyer, but he filed all these briefs pro se in my name and put my signatures on the blank pages. You understand?
Yeah.
So he deliberately, procedurally barred me, and he hired this guy named Tim Richardson to do my legal brief, and he did a crummy job, even spelled my name wrong on this 2255. But you have to remember, I won my direct appeal. They created a whole new standard just for me. It's called the Hinkson standard. And what it says is, we know he lied, we're sorry he lied and all that, but you got to stay in prison. It's just, you can look it up. It's called the Hinkson standard.
Incredible.
Like the Brady standard.
Yeah, I'll look it up.
Here's the point.
Yep.
If you want to get technical, here's a point that nobody argued, including my appellate attorney. You can't change the standard in the middle of a trial. You can't jump up and take the law and redo the Supreme Court standard and come up with a new standard. That violates ex post facto. Think about that a second. That violates ex post facto. I have an ex post facto violation of the Constitution right now. My case is really horrible, and it's like the poster child case that could be used by all the prisoners to show just how scum-sucking rotten these people really are.
Yeah, I'm a very simple man, David. I change my own flat tires. I put on my own brake shoes. I mean, it's just atrocious to me that this is so obvious that there's a huge miscarriage of justice, and somebody somewhere can't simply do the right thing and let you out of that hellhole. Let me ask you some more things while I got you on the phone, because I know our time together is precious. I was taking notes from your previous call, right? And you said that Joe Swisher claimed to work at the Fulton State Hospital, a psychiatric hospital, for 4 years. I looked up the address of the Fulton Hospital in Missouri. I've got the phone number. How would I even go about as just a regular Joe Blow on the street, which I am? I'm a very simple man. Let's say I call the hospital at Fulton, Missouri, the psychiatric hospital. I give them Elven Joe Swisher's name. I mean, are they going to tell me whether he worked there for 4 years like he claimed to? And would that do you any good if they did talk to me?
Any employer, when you check on a resume, when you're hiring somebody, they call your old boss and they say, hey, did so-and-so work there? He recommended, he mentioned you. He said you'd give a good referral, I mean, he got up on the witness stand and he said, I worked at the Fulton Mental Hospital.
Well, okay.
Surely,
Okay, so my question is, you're probably familiar with state recording laws. Some states are one consent party states. Some states are two consent party states. Let's say that I call from Texas and I call the Fulton State Psychiatric Hospital and I say I have a report that Elven Joe Swisher said he worked there for 4 years. Can you confirm that? And they come back to the phone and they say we have no confirmation of that. And I get it recorded, right? And I get it recorded that this state hospital says that he never worked there. Does that help you out in any way? Is it worth my time to go try to do?
That would be the new evidence that gets me back into court.
Okay, I'll try to make the phone calls
and see. That's the procedural bar.
Okay, all right.
But again, he also said he left there and went to California and worked for the mental hospitals in California, which is interesting because he said that Fulton gave him high referrals, that they praised him. He had a letter of accommodation,
Yeah.
In other words, he did such a good job there. I wonder how many children were safe if this man was in charge of children in California.
No, I understand.
Oh, my goodness,
Yeah, I understand. I took some more notes. David. You said he had a master's degree. He was one dissertation short of a doctorate degree. You gave 3 hospitals. He also said he was employed by the Bureau of Protective Services in California for 20 years. I looked up that phrase, Bureau of Protective Services. I can't find any I found Children's Protective Services, but I never found anything that says California Bureau of Protective Services, so I'm very suspicious of that name. Also, you mentioned Mendocino, Sonoma, and Napa. I've got all their addresses and phone numbers. He said he helped them, but I don't know that he would be employed for them, so I don't know if it would do me any good to call them and ask if he was ever employed there.
If they never even heard of him, that would be a major thing.
Well, but it's 15 years ago, right? We're talking.
He's in Idaho. He claims he has degrees from the University of Idaho, the 2 I mentioned. I don't know. Or maybe I didn't mention those.
Oh, yeah, I don't remember mentioning. But, okay, but we're talking about 15 years ago. I mean, if I call this hospital up and say, do you remember a guy named Elven Joe Swisher? I mean, what's the likelihood that I'm going to get somebody in 2018 that remembers what's going on 15 years ago? I mean,
well, you could ask them, you could tell them that A, it's important information, and B, you could say, it's important because he lied and he said all these things that were a provable lie, but we need it for new evidence.
Okay.
Tell the truth, in other words.
Yeah, I understand.
And
okay.
ask them, can you please check your records, because if he's never worked there and you've never heard of him, and maybe he did work there, maybe he was a mental patient there. We just need to know, did he work there? Did he have a high recommendation? Or was he just a mental patient?
Yeah.
Because really, people don't change their stripes. If he was a sociopathic liar now, don't you think he was no good back then too?
Yeah, no, I agree, David. Let's move on to you mentioned he said he was certified as a political social worker. I did look up and found some websites. People that are listening to this need to go look up this thing, politicalsocialworker.org, and there's also a socialworkhelper.com. It reminds me of the community activist where Barack Obama said he came from. I tried to find something about the Academy of Certified Social Workers. This whole thing looks like some sham of social justice, people that can't find a real job sort of thing. I really haven't put my mind around.
From a federal prison.
Did you know that the Marine Corps made Swisher the commandant of the Marine Corps League for the veterans of foreign war for the whole state of Idaho?
Wow. Why would they do that?
Before they found out he was a fraud.
Oh, I see. Okay.
They were really angry. Yeah. I had the Marines really angry.
Yeah.
They even did an amicus curiae brief for me. The Marines did.
Yeah. Well, somebody in the Marines needs to. You're a veteran too, right? I mean, you actually were in the military.
Yes.
Why? Where is your military?
I'm a Vietnam veteran.
Oh my gosh, this is.
I'm actually a Vietnam veteran.
My goodness.
But they were more were angrier at him than they were happy with me. They just wanted to get him. They wanted revenge on him. They wanted him.
I'm just shocked, shell-shocked that you're still in prison, and it's so obvious that this guy's a pathological liar, and you shouldn't be there. We'll keep trying, David.
I'll call back in a half hour if you want.
Yeah, call back in a half hour.
I'll call back one more time.
Okay, all right, David. Sounds good, brother.
Okay.
All right, bye-bye.
Love you guys.
Okay, we love you too, David. Bye-bye.